Hi again, this is Stefan, and in this lesson I'm going to share with you how to find profitable niches and topics that you could publish a book on Amazon. Now, you might be thinking, Stefan, I don't know where to start. I don't have any ideas. I don't know what I could publish a book on. Listen, that's okay. The main purpose of this lesson is for you to come up with ideas, to brainstorm and come up with at least 10 potential niches or topics that are selling on Amazon that you could publish a book on and build your online business around. So for now, don't worry too much about coming across something and saying, well, I don't know how I could publish a book on that, or I don't know what I could say about that. That's okay. We're going to come up with a list of ideas for now. Later on in the training, you're going to learn about how to create your book and how to actually go through that process. And also, once we identify and come up with at least 10 different ideas, we're also going to break them down and narrow it down into the ones that are best for you, that you should pursue based on a specific criteria that I'm going to lay out for you. So for now, let's just come up with ideas, take out a pen and paper, and you're going to browse around on Amazon to come up with potential ideas you could publish a book on. I'm going to share with you right now my process for doing this. So right now I'm on Amazon.com. And just as a reminder, for a lot of the research you're going to want to do, you're going to want to come to Amazon.com, which is the United States marketplace and the biggest marketplace for selling your book on Amazon. However, if you wanted to, you could also browse around and do research on the other Amazon marketplaces as well, in Amazon.ca, or maybe India, or maybe the Spanish market if you wanted to publish a book in that language. There's many different options for that, but for now we're going to primarily stick to Amazon.com as a primary source of doing our research. So here on Amazon, I'm going to want to come to the top left corner here, click on this icon that's going to bring up this menu. And I want to scroll down and come here to the books and Audible section. And then we're going to do our research for now in the Kindle bookstore. Now, next you're going to want to click on bestsellers and more. And just to be aware, sometimes Amazon changes around their website a little bit. They're always testing and optimizing things. So it might look a little bit different based on when you're watching this video. But for the most part, it's kind of in the same general areas. They just changed their design a bit. But I'm going to scroll down here and click on the Kindle bestsellers. So we want to look first at the bestseller list on Amazon based on different categories, because these are books that are selling. They're in the top 100 bestseller list for specific categories, and we want to do our research and make sure that we're looking at books that are profitable, that are selling successfully on Amazon, rather than publish a book on something that no one's buying on Amazon, right? If no one's buying it or searching for it, or it's not doing well on Amazon, then that's not a good indicator for us that it's a worthwhile and profitable book for you to publish. So we always want to do our research looking at the top selling books on Amazon to get ideas from, because these books have already proven and validated that there's a market there, people are buying these books, and there's a high demand for it. Now you can see on this page, these are the top 100 paid bestsellers in the Kindle store. If I clicked here, I could see the top 100 free books in the Kindle store. But we're going to want to narrow down our search a bit. Come here to the left-hand side and click on Kindle books. And what you'll see here is that Amazon has all these different categories for Kindle books. And each category has a top 100 bestseller list. And this is really valuable information for us because you're able to see all the different categories, niches, and topics that you could potentially publish a book on. So for example, there's arts and photography, there's business and money, there's children's ebooks, which is typically more fiction-based books. There's cookbooks, food and wine. There's health, fitness, and dieting. There's fiction like mystery, thriller, and suspense. Nonfiction. There's romance, there's religion and spirituality, there's self-help, there's travel, there's a variety of different categories. And if we click on some of these categories, there's actually subcategories. So if I click on health, fitness, and dieting, you'll see that Amazon has different subcategories for this as well. And again, it gives us more ideas for potential topics and niches that you could publish a book on. So addiction and recovery. You could go through death and grief, or diets and weight loss, personal health, relationships. If we kind of narrow it down even further, click on diets and weight loss, sometimes there's even subcategories of those as well. So what you're going to want to do is browse around these categories, find categories that resonate with you, and go through the top 100 paid books in these categories. And look throughout the books And I want you to write down or notice any categories, any niches, any topics that resonate with you. So for example, here's a book on the ketogenic diet. And so if you kind of had an interest in ketogenic diet, maybe you've done a ketogenic diet before, maybe that's an interest you have, then you could write that down as an idea that you could publish a book on. Here's another book on a smoothie detox guide. So that's a potential idea for you as well. You could publish a book on, on smoothies. And this is a top-selling book on Amazon. It's ranked number 3 in this category. Ketogenic diet, there's 2 books here that are around that. So that's high in demand, that people are buying books on this topic, and there's a potential for profitability for you to publish a book on that as well. You might see here that fasting is a popular topic. And so that might be a good idea for you that you could write a book on, or around obesity, or the alkaline plant-based diet. Right? So there's already so many ideas that if you're interested in this category, you can just do a search and find the ones that stand out for you. Here's another one on keto. Here's another one on the ketogenic diet. So ketogenic diet seems like it's a very hot topic right now, and there's a lot of potential there to publish on that and build a business around that. Here's the Instant Pot cookbook, another one on keto diet. Here's mini habits for weight loss. So, you could think about, hey, I could do some sort of book around habits, around health or fitness or weight loss. Here's a book on the liver. Here's a book on green smoothies. So you just kind of browse through and make a list. Okay, make a list, whatever stands out for you. Now, if I come back to the nonfiction category, I can browse some other topics too. Let's go through self-help. Now, you're going to pick the categories that resonate with you, okay, that you would like, that you personally enjoy. So I love self-help, and I might browse through and look at happiness. So I'm primarily looking for keywords, the topic. Some of these books are a little bit more generalized. It's hard to kind of pinpoint what that topic, what that niche is. Happiness absolutely is a topic and niche, but what I notice that comes up here is how to stop procrastinating. So that could be a great topic that people might need help with, and it's something that you could write a book on or build a business around. So that could be a great idea. If I come down further, let's see here. Here's a book that is on controlling alcohol. So that seems like it's more of a book on on addiction and overcoming that. If we come down here, what else do we see? Communication type book. So anything that just kind of stands out for you, you might be interested in. What different topics? Here's one on joy by the Dalai Lama, mastering your emotions, morning rituals. Right, so I already kind of came up with a few ideas just by scrolling through this. Let me dive to another category. I'm going to come back up here to nonfiction. And I'm going to take a look at maybe business and investing. Again, I can see all these different subcategories: accounting, business life, entrepreneurial and small business, finance, investing, management and leadership, marketing and sales, personal finance, real estate, skills, technology, taxation, women in business. So again, all great ideas that you can find books on. But I'm just going to scroll through here and see what comes up. Here's a book called The Miracle Morning, which is around morning rituals. So that could be a great topic. Here's one on coaching. Here's one on organizing your life. Here's another one on procrastination. Here's one on habits. Here's another one on habits. This is more around managing your day, building a routine. Here's one on memory. Here's one on how to be a real estate investor. So again, just coming up with ideas, browsing around. Here's one on decluttering your mind. Here's one on tidying up. What are the ones that stand out for you? The science of self-learning. And you could also dive through some of the fiction categories too. If you want to publish a fiction book, you just come to the Kindle ebook section and maybe pick science, fiction, and fantasy. And it's a little bit more challenging to find a consistent theme around it, but you can often, as you scroll through some of these books, kind of find what the different plots are that are selling. So maybe, Harry Potter obviously is more of like a wizard type book, but that could be a theme that stands out for you. And you're just going to browse through and find ideas. Just get ideas for now on what you could publish a book on. Demon Slayer, it's kind of more like a dragon type theme. So that could be a potential fiction topic that you might want to publish in, fantasy or science fiction. And you just browse through all the different categories. There's plenty of ideas. There's actually really millions of different topics. I mean, if you go to your local bookstore and you just kind of walk around, you're going to see all the different categories as well. And that's also something I do enjoy doing once in a while as well, as I go to the bookstore and I walk around throughout the bookstore and I go to the sections that I enjoy reading books on. Because if you do enjoy that topic, you're obviously going to have a big advantage in terms of creating the book and marketing it and selling it. So again, think about topics and categories that would actually personally interest you, that you'd want to build your business around, that you could publish books in, and come up with at least 10 different ideas. 10 different ideas, and once you come up with that list, we'll then analyze them and show you the next steps in the next upcoming lessons. So again, the assignment for this lesson is for you to brainstorm and come up with at least 10 profitable book niches that you could publish a book on. Once you've done that, then you're ready for the next lesson.